Back down swinging for out number 3. For the Hippos in the top of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. Your Eagles are coming to bat. As we do, folks, let's introduce you again to the Hippos. Defensively, if they take the field, Tyler Kelly is at first base. Kevin Rosengren is at second base.
Well, pleasant good afternoon, friends, and welcome to another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Galen, Wellnicki, and thanks for joining us here. Game already in progress. We are now at the bottom of the first inning as Georgetown pitching tonight, doing a great job there, leading off our pitching tonight on the mound for the first time, Jack Brinley, and Jack throwing first hit out there was out onto left field. It was an out, and then 2 strikeouts in a row, and Georgetown looking good to start things here to Galen.
Yeah, he only took 8 pitches in that inning to get rid of him. He's had the first pitch was a fly out to left. He only threw 3 pitches to Kelly, the second batter, and he threw 4 pitches to Bame. Bame's on the mound now. Here's a big strapping kid with a.
We'll go over the starting lineup tonight for the Hutto Hippos. Leading off will be the shortstop, number 2, Kyler Curlin. In the second position, the first baseman, number 7, Tyler Kelly. And then the pitcher, number 17, Gage Bame. And then your 3, 4, and 5 will be the right fielder, number 8, Ricky Graham. The catcher, number 5, Luke Bannister. The center fielder, number 1, David Lauder. And then the bottom 3 will be the left fielder, number 14, Robert Minshew. The second baseman, number 4, Kevin Rosengren. And the third baseman, number 3, Preston Cruz. So again, it's Kyler Curlin, Kelly, and Bame, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and 6 will be Graham, Bannister, and Lauder. And the 7, 8, and 9 will be Minshew, Rosengren, and Cruz. So that's a good start here. And Georgetown, of course, coming off of a big victory last night, Galen, as we froze at Hutto High School. But Georgetown able to get their first win in District 19 5A. That score, I believe, was 9-3.
Right.
Leading off for your Eagles.
Well, on the mound for... And that was the Hutto starting lineup. Let's go over the Georgetown starting lineup. The catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. The designated hitter, number 12, Jackson Seosin. The first baseman, number 23, Cole Moore. The center fielder, number 6, Ryan Knights. The third baseman, number 7, Jeffrey David. The right fielder, number 17, Noah Thompson. The left fielder, number 25, Hunter Severse. And the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. And the second baseman, number 8, Luke Seebeck. And out there slinging from the mound will be, for Hutto, number 17, Gage Bame. First pitch was on its way. That one was a ball. This one on its way. Swing and a miss, and 1-1 the early count here on Wyatt Childress. Well, Galen, we got on.
We did.
It took a while, but we appreciate everybody out there joining us here on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp, color analyst Galen Wellnicki. We appreciate also Nathan Height as well as David England on camera and Cole Smith. Appreciate Cole being here as well.
The umpire went out and told Bame something about it he didn't like about his delivery, so it looked like. So we'll see what's going on here.
Well, the early count again, 1-1 here on Wyatt Childress, the right-handed hitter. This one a little too far outside, and Childress now ahead at 2-1. Another beautiful night for baseball, and we know that it's going to cool off quickly after that sun goes down. This pitch way too far to the outside. 3-1. Wyatt's going to have some options here.
It was only, when I got up this morning, it was only 33 in Temple, and Coach Brinley said it was 37 out at the lake when he got up this morning. So
this pitch on its way, foul tip.
It was a cool night last night.
Full count, 3-2 at the lake. Does he live at the lake?
He lives up by the lake.
Oh man, nice. I've been looking at property up at Lake Cedar Creek, or Lake Cedar Creek, yeah, up in the Dallas area. You can still buy houses there for around $100,000 if you can believe that. Delivery here out of the right hand, swing and a miss, and no, that's going to be an out though at first. I guess the catcher that got away from him, Galen.
Yeah. 2-3 on the putout.
Brings up Eagle DH, Jackson Seosin.
Counts as a strike, still counts as a strikeout, but it's a.
So a 2-3 put out, strikeout there for the first out. And now second in the lineup, the designated hitter, number 12, Jackson Seosin for the Georgetown Eagles. Jackson, up until last night, was averaging .441, leading the team. Batting, this one really close inside, skewed over the brim of his hat, Galen. 0-1.
Yeah, he almost was faking like he was going to try to say he was hit by the pitch, but it was close.
Second pitch clips the corner of the base or the plate, and that'll be 1-1. One thing here at Georgetown, you pick up the buzzing of the lights. This pitch a little high and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
But we have lights.
That's the buzzing you hear in the background. Our crowd mic is really not another place that we really put that at here at Georgetown, but we'll use our wireless mic in some of these other games. This one right across the plate for another strike. Even count now at 2 apiece. Gage Bame kicks up his left leg. The right-handed delivery on the way. This one too close inside. We've got a full count again at 3-2. Well, Galen, going over that defense for the visiting Hutto Hippos. Of course, the pitcher number 17, Gage Bame, in that 2 spot. The catcher number 5, Luke Bannister. At first base, number 7, Tyler Kelly. And this pitch on its way. This one's going to ground over to the second baseman, just in the dirt, and that'll be a nice, easy 4-3 for the second out. We'll talk about the second baseman who just made that catch out there and then threw it back over to first for the out. Number 4, Kevin Rosengren. At third base for Hutto, the number 3, Preston Cruz. And then that 6th position, the shortstop, number 2, Kyler Curlin. And then from left to right, it's number 14, Robert Minshew, number 1, David Lauder, and number 8, Ricky Graham. That's your defense set up for Hutto. Here on 2 outs, bottom of the first inning, scoreless. Georgetown now the left-handed hitter, Cole Moore, who had that 3-run RBI home run last night, Galen, and he was our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle player of the game. And we'll see if he has got some more tricks up his sleeve here tonight. Wind, not really a factor. It's pretty stagnant out here at Georgetown High School. This pitch too close inside. 1-1, even count. We talk about the left and right here, Galen. 323 on your left and right corners. And then at your power alleys, it's 385, and I'm not sure how far it is out there to center, Galen.
It's about the same.
This pitch too far outside, and Cole ahead now in the count 2-1.
Yeah, the wind was blowing a little bit out of the southeast before the game, but it's completely...
This one's going to ground over the pitcher's head, and that's going to be a base hit for Cole Moore as it rolls its way out to the center fielders. That one rolls up to the middle, and that'll be a ground single there for Cole Moore. First hit for Georgetown coming off their power hitter, Cole Moore. Well, that's good. We didn't want to see a 1-2-3 starting things for Georgetown, and Cole Moore giving a little life here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Now hitting for the Georgetown Eagles, the center fielder this year, number 6, Ryan Goodnight, leading the team with 3 home runs this season. Ryan averages .311. This is the 18th game played this season. The right-handed hitter for Georgetown. This pitch hits him. Boy, and we talked about last night how Ryan leads the teams in hit by pitches, and for some reason, that ball likes to go right at him, and that is now, I believe, his 9th hit by pitch this season. He picked up one last night, already got one here now, and man, we talked about last night, we don't want to have to call the ambulance on this young man. He is getting a beating out there with these baseballs this season.
Well, at least it was a soft curveball. The soft curveball kind of caught him on the shoulder. That's going to be a tough one to...
That stays fair, and Georgetown is going to be safe at first. The first baseman not able to make a play. Georgetown's Cole Moore going to come around and score, and another runner behind him as well will be Ryan Goodnight. And a double there for Jeffrey David.
With an infield single scoring on the play.
It's a single and an error on whoever made the throw.
Children Anciosen, the Eagles take a 2-0 lead.
It's a single and an error.
Thompson.
Well, yeah, it was an E5 out there to force him over to second. So it will be a single, and that counts as a hit, correct, Galen?
Yes.
So coming around to score again will be Cole Moore. Georgetown leads 2-0 early here. And this hit is going to go off the left-handed hitter to the first base side at Noah Thompson.
If you were a picky scorekeeper, he would get the RBI on Moore since Moore was on second base. But he would not get an RBI on the guy that was on first base because the guy came around on the air.
Jeffrey David, or beg your pardon, Noah Thompson hitting for Georgetown, the right fielder, number 17, a left-handed batter for the Georgetown Eagles. And at second base is Jeffrey David. That was who had that single and then reached on an error to second moments ago. Georgetown leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the first on 2 outs. Swing and a miss here, and catcher, that one actually got away from him. And Georgetown going to try to get to first. Did he get there in time? Waiting on the call out there. Things happening kind of slow, and they're going to talk things over. They haven't made the call yet, Galen.
Nope. He's going to try. He's going to try to get to see what the plate umpire saw. The gentleman at first base has called a lot of games here because I recognize him. So.
Well, Thompson's still standing at first. We're waiting to get that official call down on the field. In any case,
he called him out.
The Thompson return on a 2-3 putout, but not before your Eagles come up with 2 runs.
So the 2-3 put out there, and we'll call that a strikeout as well.
Yep.
Noah Thompson there on the 2-3 put out. Georgetown, though, leads 2-0 as we move to the top of the second inning. Going over this one, Georgetown scoring 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left on base as we move to the top of the second inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in a few moments.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth here at Georgetown High School as the sun's starting to set to our west. A beautiful night as the field lights are on here at Georgetown High School. As we move to the top of the second inning, Georgetown leading 2-0. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Galen Wellnicki. And leading off here in the top of the second will be the right fielder, number 8, Ricky Graham.
Right fielder, Ricky Graham.
So Ricky Graham out there, again, leading off for Hutto, and pitch is on its way here, and that one too close inside. The early count, 1 ball, no strikes. I have Ricky Graham on the batting stats here for Hutto, so I apologize for that. Second pitch on its way. That one's going to be a ball as well, 2-0 the count.
Yeah, we knocked them under 500 last night. As far as the percentage, they were 7-7 going in last night. We beat them, and they're now 7-8 on the year with 1 tie. A lot of people have ties because of the weather and having played in tournaments with time limits.
Well, hopefully this year we won't have a bunch of rainouts. I don't know if you remember that last year, Galen. We got caught in a little monsoon for a while. This pitch on its way. This one's going to ground over to the third baseman, and a nice play there and an out as Georgetown able to complete on a 5-3 ground out there as Jeffrey David into the hands of Cole Moore. That'll bring up the first out. We'll see if there's another 1-2-3 here to lead things off in this second inning, Galen. Jeffrey David out there playing very nice with Cole Moore at first base, and they look like they've been playing together a long time. This pitch a little too high and up and on its way there for Luke Bannister, 1-0 the count. Well, Luke Bannister wearing number 5, and yeah, these stats are trash. The stats that we got from Hutto are, this must have been another year.
If they're off of max preps, they're probably badly out of date.
We won't say where. This one hit off the right side or off first base is a foul strike, 1-1 the count, 1 out.
Because there's a big difference between what their record is on max preps and what their record actually is.
Right-handed pitch here by Brindley. This one's going to go foul way out over to right field and over the fence. 1 ball and 2 strikes now for Hutto and Luke Bannister. Well, Galen, I appreciate you being up here in the booth with me. This is my 3rd year calling baseball, a sport that I didn't really watch a lot growing up, and so over the years I've learned little by little. Appreciate you up here providing your wisdom. Right-handed pitch on its way. This one's going to ground over to the third baseman, Jeffrey David, and he's trying to get Cole Moore, and he may be safe. No, got him. Beautiful play there on the 5-3 ground out again.
Big play by Jeffrey David at third base.
So a little deja vu as Ricky Graham, the first out, was on a 5-3, and now Luke Bannister on a 5-3 as well. And I just talked about it. Jeffrey David and Cole Moore look like they've been playing together a long time, and Jeffrey David doing a great job out there at third base.
Yeah, you're getting a good dig out of Cole Moore too at first base. He's getting that stretch real good.
First pitch here to David Lauder was a strike. 0-1 the count. Again, 2 outs. Georgetown leads 2-0 here at the top of the second. The delivery, foul ball over the Hutto dugout. 0-2. Jack Burnley looking good from the mound here for the Georgetown Eagles. This pitch on its way is going to tip foul as it goes behind the Georgetown dugout. Jack Burnley pitching 11.2 innings so far this season, playing in 3 games. He started as a pitcher in all 3 of those games. An ERA of 2.4, a whip at 1.2. Burnley on the mound, the right-handed pitcher. Lets this ball out of his hand. This one is going to go foul as well, so a little left-right as that one goes back over to the right side. Count remains 0-2, Galen. Right-handed pitch. Oh, boy, beans him right in the bag. Woo, David Lauder got hit right there in the number 1 spot. And he'll get over on first base on that hit by pitch. That'll bring up the left fielder, number 14, Robert Minshew. That's tough, too, on an 0-2 count, and just got away from Brinley.
He was pitching real economically, too, that he pitched. Now he's up to 12 pitches for the inning.
Brinley looks over to Cole Moore at first base, trying to keep that runner there. Lauder honest at first, trying to pick him off. Left-handed hitter here is Robert Minshew. Things starting to cool off. We've got the window open, but I don't think we're going to freeze tonight, Galen. Right-handed pitch. This one is going to fly out over to left field, and coming up with the catch there, I believe that was the third baseman, Jeffrey David. That one flew out over there to third, and David able to pull it down for the third out. In that inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We are halfway through 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle baseball will continue in a few moments.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.
Welcome back to Georgetown High School, where we're halfway through 2 innings. Georgetown now up to bat, leading 2-0. And Galen said it best there for the defense of Georgetown. We can call that the Jeffrey David inning moments ago. Leading off for the Eagles here in the bottom of the second inning will be Hunter Seversi. Is it Severse? I forgot, Galen. I got to get that taken care of, man. Hunter Severse, the right-handed hitter, and I apologize to his family out there listening. This pitch going to be a little too high, and in the early count, 1-0.
Last night he just had his back pocket. Well, he's tucking his back pocket in today, but his shirt tail's out too today, so he's the
Gage Bame still slinging him here off the right side.
Off the helmet.
Boy, yeah, went right off the noggin there of Hunter, and he will be hit by pitch. That's the third hit by pitch we've seen in this ball game now by both teams.
Yeah, I got that on camera.
And Hunter will be at first base now. Now up the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. Cole had a great game last night, looking to do more of the same here tonight. Plays shortstop for the Georgetown Eagles. Been a familiar name here at Georgetown and the Georgetown baseball program, especially for quite some time, Galen. Hunter leading off on first. Cole Posey, the right-handed batter, looking for a bunt, pulls back on this one, and it will be a strike, 0-1. Gage trying to keep Severse honest there on first as he tried to pick him, throwing over to his first baseman, Tyler Kelly. Of course, safe out there is Hunter. 0-1 the count. This bunt going to go foul over into the stands almost. That'll be the second strike here on Cole Posey, 0-2. Well, Galen, the Georgetown Eagles, again, of course, last night victorious and trying to keep things rolling. You know, Rouse here in district last year, the district champions, Georgetown finishing second, and Rouse is primed for another great season. This pitch is going to curve back and too far to the outside, 1-2 the count.
They got off to a good start last night. They beat Eastview 7-0 last night. Dropped Eastview to 1-9-1. Eastview's having a real struggle. It's by far the poorer record in the district right now on the season.
Bame trying to pick again, throwing it over there to Kelly. Severse safe at first. 1-2 the count. Georgetown leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Live tonight from Georgetown High School. Bame on the mound for Hutto. Slings this one across too high on the fastball, and the count 2-2.
He's having a little trouble with his command. He's not putting his pitches exactly where he wants them.
I guess most of the pitches I've seen in high school are usually a fastball. You don't see a lot of change-up and pitches like that, do you, Galen?
He had a good curveball that time.
Yeah, that time it curved in and caught him on the corner. See, it's because I said that is what happened, Galen. I gave the old broadcaster's curse there. So struck him out looking on that one for the first out, Cole Posey. Now at the bottom of the lineup, the second baseman, number 8, Luke Seebeck for the Georgetown Eagles. Luke, a right-handed hitter. Luke averaging up until last night, 143 on the season. This pitch is going to be too far outside, 1-0. That's what happened. It's because I said that, Galen, is, you know, maybe.
Well, you know, baseball can make you look real bad if you start making pronouncements. That's the one thing about this game.
This pitch looked like the ump was going to call a strike and pulled off of it, 2-0. Thought it clipped the corner. It's good news for Georgetown.
That's like in basketball, you know, you say some guy's over 8 shooting 3-pointers, and then all of a sudden he'll drain 3 straight on you.
This one hit foul over into the Hutto dugout as Hunter Severse was trying to lead off. You know, Georgetown, we'll have to look at the overall stats. Of course, we can't get stats for every team, but up until last night, 66 steals coming into the season, and last night they had one early. One thing that Georgetown has excelled from for many years is their ability to steal bases.
Another good curveball there.
2-2 on that curveball. The count on Luke Seebeck, we're all even.
Well, Foster's philosophy has always been that if you run, do a little dancing off the bases and stuff, you're going to unnerve the other team, both the infielders and the pitcher, and they start concentrating on the base runner rather than the batter.
Again, Bame throwing over to first base to his teammate Kelly, trying to pick there on first on Severse. He's able to dive back on. 2-2, even count, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Again, thanks for joining us tonight for the second game of 19-5A action. The opener now for Georgetown at their home field. This pitch curved too far outside. Now at 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full count. We'll see what Luke does here. Cole was up here with a hot dog or something a while ago, man. That thing looked good. I think he devoured it and walked him too far outside, and that will put Luke Seebeck. Severse will move over to second. One down here as we go back to the top of the lineup. It'll be Wyatt Childress, the catcher, number 20. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He was out on the 2-3 put out, I believe. Galen's over here adding up the numbers.
He's already, Boehm has already thrown 31 pitches.
Wow, swing and a miss here, though, on Childress. He's 0-1, or 0 for 1 here in his at-bat.
And theoretically, you'd like to get an inning in. If you're a pitcher, you'd like to get an inning in somewhere between 12 and 14 pitches if you're really on. So
you said he's already at 30?
31
Wow,
now.
he's going to get that arm tired quick. That one too far outside. 1-1, even count here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, at second base is Hunter Severse, and at first is Luke Seebeck. So in scoring position, Georgetown leading 2-0. Runner starting to lead off here by about, let's say, 6 to 8 feet off each base. Trying to bunt this one, and that is a very beautiful bunt. That's going to get him on base, and boy, if you place that bunt right where it has to go, give him the bunt single, and those two runners are each going to advance. Beautiful hit there by Wyatt Childress, and man, if you're going to place the ball, you have to put it right in the right spot. And you're happy if you get a runner to advance to third. That's kind of a bonus there when everybody advances.
We got a courtesy runner coming in for him. Number 10
yeah, the courtesy runner coming in is going to be Jared Ross, the outfielder. Bats and throws with his right arm.
And we got Mr. Seoson up. Next year's probable starting quarterback in football.
He played a game or two in football and looked impressive.
Yeah, he is.
As we were calling Georgetown football.
I tell you what, his big brother was a heck of a quarterback.
Pitch on its way. This one is going to lace right over to right field. That should score 2, maybe. We'll see. Coming around, 1 run scored. Georgetown going to go over to second and third, and another beautiful hit, this time by Jackson Seoson, and give him 2 RBI on that one.
Seoson with the RBI single to right field, plates 2 runs as Reese and Seebeck score.
So Seoson, another hit, back-to-back hits now for Georgetown.
This is looking like last night. We had 2 runs in the first inning last night and 2 runs in the second inning tonight so far. And
Seoson reached over to second, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, on the throw. So, you know, another base hit to bring in 2 more.
Pitch on its way and too far outside to Cole Moore. 1-0.
They want to keep that ball away from Cole's bat.
I'm just trying to look here. Seoson standing at second, correct?
Right.
Childress is over at third.
Ooh,
this one is going to lace over to right field. Another base hit for Georgetown. Runner going to try to come in and score, and he will. And now runners advance over to third. So Childress scoring earlier, trying to keep up with us here, Galen. Severse scored.
And we'll bring up center fielder Ryan Knight.
Seebeck scored, is that correct?
Yep.
Childress scored?
Yes. No, the designated
was runner, yeah, that came in.
Courtesy runner.
Jared Ross.
Ross scored.
And Cole Moore. No, I've got that wrong, Galen. We got runners on 1 and 3. Cole Moore's over there at 1, is that right?
Yes, and Jackson Seoson. What did he do, hit him?
So Ryan Knight
gets hit by a pitch again.
Wow, the poor guy is getting beat up this season. So that'll advance Cole Moore over to second. And now Jackson's over at third.
And the coach is coming out to the mound here. We're going to have a...
So Georgetown picking up 3 more runs here in this inning. It was Hunter Severse with that hit by pitch. Eventually he came around to score. Then Luke Seebeck, he walked. He came around to score. Then Wyatt Childress moments ago able to come around and score. So we've got Seoson on third, Cole Moore at second, and then Ryan Knight, who just got beat up again. Man, he's going to have to get baseball insurance this season. Do they have such a thing?
No, they got it.
Added to the health plan?
They've got athletic insurance, so.
And talking things over here, the coach for Hutto, Joshua, out there talking things over with his pitcher. We'll see if there's any action in their bullpen. I don't see anybody over there. Yeah, I do, actually.
He's just got up, I think.
And I would not suspect that that was mean, it almost looks like it's Cruz out there who pitched last night to try to close out that game. And Cruz is the one, at least from here, that appears he's the one in there warming up. But he pitched last night, Galen. I would not suspect to see Cruz.
Cruz is still in the game, too. He's still at third base over here.
Yeah, I was about to say, they kind of look alike. If you look over here, check it out, Galen.
Yeah.
The young man, I can't see his number, but the young man warming up and Cruz almost look identical with their hair. So Bame will stay there on the mound for the time being. Georgetown leading 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. This pitch on its way right across the plate as Jeffrey David stared at it. No balls, one strike here, one out. Bases loaded for the Eagles. Bame staring down, right hand. This one's going to ground over to the third baseman. And trying to get a double play. Did they get there in time?
Yeah.
Yes, they did. Wow. 5-4-3 action on the double play. Actually, it was the I beg your pardon, the shortstop that got over there. So a 6-4-3 on the double.
Home 3 hits. There were no errors. They leave one. We'll go to the top half of the third inning.
See what we got.
Georgetown scoring 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and 2 left on base, Galen? 3 left on.
No, because a double, 2 left on.
Because bases were loaded.
But you
But he tagged him out, yeah.
He talked one out on the
So he
double
left
play.
one left on.
No, because nobody scored on that. Because you can't score on a double play.
That's right, so 2 left on.
Yeah.
So 3 runs, beg your pardon, 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. Georgetown a comfortable lead here as we move to the top of the third inning. We'll keep things right here, Galen, and so far the Eagles keeping things rocking and rolling.
We got Rosengren coming up, and he was the losing pitcher in last night's game.
So we will be towards the bottom of the lineup. Leading off here in the top of the third will be the second baseman, number 4, Kevin Rosengren. Then at the bottom of the lineup will be the third baseman, number 3, Preston Cruz. And we move back to the top, number 2, Kyler Curlin, the shortstop.
Brindley has been real economical because he's only thrown 21 pitches.
And Kyler Curlin. Hello, second baseman, Kevin Rosengren.
Again, thanks for joining us tonight here on the SHNSports.com broadcast network for Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Jack Brindley on the mound, pitching through 2 so far and doing a great job. Right-handed pitch on its way, and boy, almost hit that batter there as Rosengren had to glance out of the way. The early count, 1-0.
I'll tell you what, that wasn't a soft curveball. That one, that had a little.
This one's going to hit foul off the end of the bat over off the right field. And talking about Brindley, his stance, he's right there on the base, in the center of the base. Sometimes we see a lot of these pitchers will stand far over to the right. Brindley, a right-handed pitcher, though, stands right in the center of that base on the mound. Kicks up the left leg, right-handed pitch on its way. This one too high. And the count now at 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, the only rule is you have to be in contact when you pitch. You have to be in contact with and that's the pitching rubber out there is what it's called. And you have to be in contact with it.
Pitch on its way. This one's going to ground over out of the reach of Brindley, but the second baseman trying to get on it for Georgetown, and he got there in time.
It's a 1-4-3.
Yes, he did.
Very nifty 1-4-3 ground ball put out by your Eagles for out number 1.
1-4-3 ground out there. Jack Brindley over to Luke Seebeck, and then to the hands of Cole Moore for the first out. And that's just great Georgetown defense out there on the field, Galen.
Your second baseman's real alert there because he picked the carom off the glove, the pitcher's glove, and was able to make the play.
Right-handed pitch. This one's going to go foul off the back of the net to Preston Cruz, the third baseman at the bottom of the lineup now. 0-1, 1 out, Galen.
They've still got somebody throwing down there in their bullpen. Can't see the number, but I probably could if I stood up.
Brindley winds up. This one going to go off the bat. High outside over to the right field. Foul ball. When the hot dogs keep flying tonight, I'm getting hungry, man. I keep seeing hamburgers, hot dogs. I didn't have time to eat again today, man. So anytime I start, you know, calling these games late, I get hungry. Right-handed pitch. This one a swing and a miss. Caught him swinging for the second out.
We'll bring up shortstop Tyler Curlin.
That is the third strikeout swinging now by Jack Brindley. We move to the top of the lineup. It is a shortstop number 2, Kyler Curlin, here in the top of the third. 2 outs for Hutto. They trail 5-0. Galen?
Yes.
Right-handed pitch. This one is going to be laced out over to left field. That'll be a base hit.
That's the first hit.
And that is the first hit coming off the bat of Kyler Curlin. And up until that point, Brindley not allowing any so far. Tyler Kelly, the first baseman, number 7. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out swinging in the first. And Coach Brindley talking things over with Jack Brindley and Wyatt Childress out there on the mound. Galen, so far we're seeing a lot of what Georgetown did last night here against Hutto. And what are your thoughts so far on this Georgetown team? I know it's early in the season, but compared to last year, what are your initial thoughts so far here in the second game?
I wasn't working here most of last year, so I didn't get it. I saw 3 games in the tournament early. But you know, they look good right now. And I think, you know, Foster would like to bury that play last night out in the outfield from what he said several times. But other than that, they've looked pretty.
Right pitch, this one too high and inside. The early count here, 1-0 against Tyler Kelly. Yeah, we're familiar with a lot of names, you know, last year with Robbie Eisenhower and Parker Tadlock and talking about Trent Baker and all those guys. And I wouldn't say an entirely new squad. There's a lot of returning faces here, but just great to see that transition.
Right.
And again, the team looks like they've been playing together for a long time. You got to give credit to the coaching staff for that. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. Georgetown leading 5-0 here in the top of the third. This one going to hit foul over off the first base side over the fence now. Tyler Kelly still at 1-1 now. Again, appreciate Cole Smith up here tonight helping to technical direct our multi-camera angle system. David England, he's actually hanging out at the door open of the shed over there off the third base side, able to sneak the camera through. This one again going to hit foul over off the first base. And hey friends, if you're out there listening tonight, we'd love to hear from you. Feel free to send us a message to our SHN Sports text line. That line is open at 512-522-9105. Again, let us know you're out there listening. We'd love to hear from you. 512-522-9105. Send us a text message. Let us know how you are. And if you got a shout out, we'll be more than happy to read those over the air. 1-2 the count, 2 outs as Brindley trying to keep the base runner Curlin honest out there at first base. Threw it over to Cole Moore trying to pick him. He's safe.
Well, the pitcher is out of the pen. I don't know if they're going to make a change between innings or not.
Jack Brindley winding up the delivery. This one bounces around on Wyatt Childress. He's able to hold on to it. The count even now. What did you say last night? Aces across the board at 2-2-2?
Deuces.
Deuces. Aces is not, yeah, 2.
Aces would be 1, I think.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
1 or 13, depending how you define your deck of cards.
Right-handed pitch on its way. This one is going to be hit over to left center field, chasing it down and not able to get there in time is Georgetown, and that's going to send runners around. And able to come around and score for Hutto. Curlin able to come out and score there, give the RBI to Tyler Kelly. There was no way for Georgetown to track that one down. It was Seversi trying to run all the way over to left center field. A great hit by Tyler Kelly to allow his runner to come in, and he gave him that RBI. And did he make it over to, yeah, that's a double. He got over to, so the double RBI?
Yeah, the double with an RBI.
Or do you say RBI double?
RBI double.
There you go, yeah.
If he just said a double RBI, that means he's got two RBIs.
Tres.
Ooh, they almost got him that time.
Yeah, Brindley looking over to his second baseman, Luke Seebeck, and trying to pick him. Almost got him, you're right, Galen. Right-handed pitch on its way. This one across the plate on the fastball. 0-1 the early count here on Gage Bame, the pitcher.
One reason you take that big lead like he's doing there is because it can draw the second baseman out of position and open up a bigger hole for the hitter up the middle into the right side of the diamond.
This one on a wild pitch is going to allow the base runner Kelly to move over to third base. And the count at 0-2 as Bame swung at that one, but Childress not able to get behind it. 0-2, 2 outs. Georgetown leads 5-1 here in the bottom of the third. Or top of the third, beg your pardon.
We'll take the bottom of the
Yeah,
third.
we'll take that. Brindley kicks up, the right-handed delivery, swing and a miss, and again Childress, this one getting away.
It was a foul ball.
Was a foul, and he's going to get him out there at 1.
Nope, he swing and strikeout.
So the 2-3 put out will be the third out on Gage Bame. We are halfway through 3. In that inning, one run scored on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 left on base. Your score, Georgetown 5, Hutto 1. We are halfway through 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Over at Eastview tonight, more 19-5A action. Travis Banks on the call with Michael out there, Sullivan for the Rouse Raiders as we are covering Rouse this season. Again, Travis Banks on the call. Rouse leading that one in the top of the third, 6-1. That game also on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Well, leading off here in the bottom of the third inning for the Georgetown Eagles will be the right fielder, number 17, Noah Thompson. Noah was out on a 2-3 swinging on that putout in the first. The left-handed hitter for the Georgetown Eagles. The delivery here, this one clips the outside corner for a strike. They're showing 0-2. It should be 0-1, I believe, Galen. And time called here by Noah Thompson, stepping out of the box, taking a few swings. 0-1 the count. Pitch on its way. This one tried to curve back inside, just not enough curve. That'll be a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on its way, that one a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Other games going on in the SHN Sports Network tonight. As this pitch on the way, pulls back, they're going to call him for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Other games on the network tonight on 25-6A. Leander on top of Vista Ridge right now in the bottom of the third. That score 2-0. Chuck Cracy on the call. Here on the pitch, swing and a miss. That'll be the first out there on Noah Thompson. And now up to bat will be the left fielder, number 25, Hunter Savarese. So we got the name there. We apologize to the Savarese family and to Hunter. He's a new name out there for Georgetown for us. And We want to make sure that we give him the due credit he deserves. Right-handed pitch. This one's going to be hit foul way over off the first base side. The early count 0-1. Oh and 1 out. Georgetown leads 5-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Live tonight from Georgetown High School as nightfall is upon us. The next pitch on its way too far outside, 1-1. Right-handed pitch. This one a swing and a miss. A little fire behind that arm of Gage Bame now, Galen. We've seen a few fastballs. Georgetown trying to take a lick on him, and it's not paying off here. 1-2 the count, 1 out, 5-1 again your score. Savarese here looked at that one, and it will be a strike and an out. Quick 1-2 is the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. Makes his way up to the batter's box now. Here in the bottom of this third inning, again, 2 outs, nobody on. Georgetown, though, holding on to that 4.4-run cushion, 5-1. Right-handed delivery. And that one's going to be a little too far out. 1 ball, no strikes here for Cole Posey.
It looked pretty good.
Next pitch on its way. That one is
Inside.
too far inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss here. 2-1. And Bame doing a great job here in this third inning, as he's had 2 strikeouts already, 1 swinging, 1 looking, and he's got an opportunity here. But Cole Posey 2-1. Copo looking for some moyo. This one going to hit off the tip of the bat as it hits the fence there on the dugout of the Hutto Hippos. Good thing the fence is there, because somebody would be missing a nose or some teeth if that ball would have went right through that, Galen. Ball had some zing behind it, man. I got hit in the head with a softball when I was a kid. You know, they say it's a softball, but the thing's not very soft. 2-2. Pitch on its way, and this one swung, hit foul over to the Georgetown dugout. David England better protect that camera over there. Actually, that'd be a good shot. We'll see if we can get the ball coming right into the lens. We don't want that to happen. 2-2. Delivery. This one too far outside. We've got a full count now at 3-2. Oh, right on the back. This one hit. And after back-to-back great pitching by Gage Bame, this time it was a hit by pitch. Cole Posey took a knocker right there to the back. We have seen a lot of those tonight, Galen. 4 hit by pitches now in this ball game by Gage Bame. Now hitting for the Georgetown Eagles, number 8, the second baseman, Luke Seebeck. Luke tonight is 0 for. He reached on a walk, came around to score, but that doesn't count as an at-bat, so he's 0 for 0 really tonight. Right, Galen? I'm getting the official thumbs up from Galen over here. This one too far outside and trying to throw it back over to first base and get the base runner out. Posey, he was able to get back in time. Count here 2-0. Luke Seebeck, 2 outs, his team leading by 4, 5-1 here in the bottom of the third on their home field. Gage Bame trying to pick on a 1-3 over to first, and Copo safe, yo. Bame lets this one fly on the 2-0 delivery, and that one's going to go across the corner for a strike, 2-1. Good pitch there by Gage Bame. Two and 1, 2 outs. The right-handed hitter for Georgetown, Luke Seebeck, trying to advance his runner into scoring position. He's going to ground this one over. The third baseman trying to get on it, and that'll be a 5-3 ground out as Preston Cruz over to Tyler Kelly. And after a 5-3, Georgetown leads by 4 still. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on.
Folks, as we head that way again, right quickly, let me share some of our outfield sign sponsors with you again.
No, there was one left on for Georgetown. So no runs, no hits, no errors. One left on for Georgetown was Copo. And we will move to the top of the 4th inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball, 19-5A action here, the second game in district play, the first home game in district play for Georgetown. We'll continue in a few moments. We'll be right back, everyone.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Well, Galen looks over and says, boy, you better get that camera off of me. He didn't say that, Galen. Hey, we're moving on here. Top of the 4th inning, Georgetown leading 5-1. Thanks for joining us tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. As Georgetown and Jack Brindley will be back on the mound for the Eagles. And Georgetown leading here 5-1.
You have to wonder how much longer we're going to see Brother Bame out on the mound. He's thrown 63 pitches already.
My goodness.
He's been consistent, though. He threw 21 in the first inning, 22 in the second inning, and 20 in the third inning, so he's been consistent.
Pitch on its way here by Brindley is going to be too far outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Ricky Graham leading off here, the right fielder, number 8. Again, 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. 5-1 your score here in the top of the 4th. Right-handed pitch, too high and inside. 2-0 the early count here for Ricky Graham. Nickname RJ.
Oh, that's good. That's Ricky, you know.
Knew an RJ that worked for KXAN. RJ De Silva back in the day. Was a Williamson County reporter for KXAN. Did a lot of great work for those folks down in Austin, but it was cool that they had a Williamson County bureau and it was based right here in Georgetown. 2-1 the count. Next delivery on its way. This one bounces off of Childress. Too low on the ground. 3-1. Here on the 3-1 delivery off the right hand, and this one too, wow, that almost looked like it was going to be too close in, but they're going to say it caught it. 3-2. If you're going to fit that ball right where it needs to go, Jack Brindley doing a great job there. Full count now, 3-2. The payoff pitch on its way. Boy, that one almost near the head, and that'll be a walk.
Leadoff walk for the Hippos, brings up catcher Luke Bannister.
So a leadoff walk for Ricky Graham. That'll bring up the catcher number 5, Luke Bannister. Luke tonight is 0 for 1. He was out on a 5-3 ground out for the second out in the second inning.
It'd be interesting right now to talk to David down there in the room and find out if we got somebody warming up.
Well, yeah, David, if you do see anybody down there warming up, feel free to shoot me a message down there. This one is going to be hit way over to left field, and that should be traced by Hunter Seversi.
He's got it.
It is. That's an easy one.
Bannister return on the towering fly ball to left field for out number 1. Brings up center fielder David Lauder.
That is the out number 1. The center fielder number 1, David Lauder. Now hitting for the Hutto Hippos. Hunter Seversi. I don't believe anybody down there. This pitch over to first base on a pick. Runner is safe. So 1 out here as David Laura, right-handed batter for the Hutto Hippos. Right-handed pitch. This one is going to pop way up into the air, and thankfully I parked a couple of rows behind, so I don't think my car is going to get a broken window tonight.
I've always learned that I park over by the tennis courts. It's going to take a pretty good foul ball to get over there.
0-1 the count here on David. And we did get word from David England that there's nobody for Georgetown warming up yet. So Brindley's still out here swinging them for the Georgetown Eagles. Off the rubber. This one is going to pop up into the air. This one may come back on the roof. We'll see if we can hear it. And It did. It actually hit the steps out there. 0-2 the count. There is a chance, Galen, but it's pretty rare, but there is a chance that that ball could always fly through our window here.
Yes, there is.
I've seen it bounce off one time in 3 years of broadcasting.
In the old configuration of the press box at the Dell Diamond when it first opened, we used to have balls come flying in there all the time when I was covering games there.
0-2 the count here as Brindley over to Moore trying to pick off the runner at first. He's safe. Again, that base runner out there who reached on a walk, Ricky Graham, the leadoff walk moments ago. 0-2 the count, 1 out, 5-1 your score. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Brindley still on the mound, having a great game so far for the Georgetown Eagles. He's thrown a lot of them tonight, but not as many as Hutto's pitcher. This one's going to foul tip as it bounces off the back of the net. The count remains 0-2. We hope you're enjoying our high-definition camera angles tonight here. Production of SHN Sports. This one is going to drop back down, but a little too low, and it's going to be the first ball of this at-bat, 1-2.
That's the 48th pitch for Brindley.
Jack on the mound trying to pick over at first, and there's a little flinch, and the runner heads back over to that base.
You know, with the rules now, with the pitch count rules, they've actually, somebody in the press box is certifying how many pitches each pitcher throws, and there is a limit.
Well, swing and a miss on that one. Beautifully done by Brindley. That'll be the second out. Out number 2, the left fielder, number 14, Robert Minshew. He's 0 for 1 as he had that fly out to third base. Popped that one up to third base on his last at bat. The left-handed hitter for Hutto. 2 outs here, and Brindley trying to get his squad through another one. This pitch, though, too far outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Brindley trying to pick over there at first as he throws it to Cole Moore, runner safe. Keep an eye on that Rouse-Eastview game in the top of the 4th now. Rouse leads 6-1, more 19-5A action. This one hit foul, back behind us. The count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Rouse, of course, coached by Coach Crimpine. And he has really turned that program around in his short tenure there. And again, we're honored and blessed to be able to bring Rouse onto the SHN Sports.com broadcast network. We welcome them to our family, and going to be an exciting season for those guys. There on the 1-1 pitch, 2 outs. Brindley trying to get the next out and get his offense back on the team. This one's going to hit foul. Right off the net. Count at 1-2. Quiet night for baseball, Galen. I just got to start finding a way to eat during the day, man. We're going to have 3 broadcasts in 3 days. This one, the runner going to try to steal over to second. He's out. Beautiful job there on the nice 2-6.
Graham retired on the steal attempt at second for out number 3.
Would you call that a 2-6?
And the
Childress, the catcher, threw that over to Cole Posey.
No one left on base. Our ball game moves to the bottom half of the fourth inning, still a 5-1
So
ball.
no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are halfway through four. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in a few moments.
This year we're trying to raise.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth here at Georgetown High School. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Galen and Wellnicki. Appreciate Cole Smith, our technical director tonight, Nathan Height and David England operating our cameras here as we are halfway through the game in the bottom of the fourth now. And leading off for your Georgetown Eagles. As we move back to the top of the lineup, it'll be the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. He is 1 for 2 tonight. Pitch on its way to Childress. He almost got a hit. That's a ball. Need any more damage out there on the players tonight.
He could join the club. We're wondering when Nice comes up again if he's going to get a hat trick. If he's going to get hit for a third time and have a hat trick.
Bame here. This one too far outside as it curves way out of his reach. 2 balls, no strikes here on Wyatt Childress. Right-handed pitch on its way. This one is going to be laced over right into the glove there as it flew line drive right in to Kevin Rosengren. That one had a little sting behind the glove, I would imagine, Galen.
I would imagine.
For the first out. Second in the lineup, the designated hitter, number 12, Jackson Seosin. Jackson also 1 for 2 tonight. Jackson Seosin, the highest average on the team for the Georgetown Eagles this season, averaging .441. First pitch to him is going to be a ball.
Did you tell him his name?
Right-handed pitch from Gage on its way. This one too low in the corner. 2 balls, no strikes. .2-0 delivery. This one going to be right out of the glove reach and a base hit over to right field. And he is going to go around and try to get 2 here on the double. Sliding in. Did he get there in time? He is out. So he gambled on the double and got out. That was a base hit right up the middle.
On the 8-6 put out for out number 2.
And that was a out there on a
9-2. No, I mean 9-4.
Yeah, it was Ricky Graham, the right fielder, over to Rosengren on the 9-4. Bring up out number 2. Third in the lineup now, the first baseman, number 23, Cole Moore, the left-handed hitter. First pitch to him is going to be a strike, 0-1 the early count. No, Cole is wanting to rip another one out of this park tonight. That one there almost looked too close, but it ended up being a good pitch, 0-2. Hey, special treat tonight, too, as we have Dennis Allman in the press box announcing the games. It's good to have Dennis back up in here, and we always appreciate all the great work that Mr. Allman has done over the years here at Georgetown High School. So, always a great face to see Dennis up here. The press box named after him as well. That pitch going to be a ball, 1-2. Dennis done a lot of great things for Georgetown announcing over the years, and this one is going to be hit over, a grounder over to first base. A little flip and dip there on a
3-1.
3-1 as Tyler Kelly gives it back to his pitcher, and that'll be retiring the inning on a 3-1. Little 1, 2, and 3 action for Hutto now. As we move to the top of the 5th inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown leading 5-1. In that inning, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll move to the top of the 5th. Georgetown Eagle Baseball. The SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in a few moments.
So once again, I think.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Back in action here from Georgetown High School. Thanks for joining us. Rob Hipp with Galen, Wellnicki on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. 5-1 your score here in the top of the 5th. And still out there slinging them is Jack Brinley. The first pitch on its way to Kevin Rosengren, who's leading off here.
It'd be Minshew.
Is it Minshew? Yeah, bigger. Is it?
Yeah, because a pickoff.
Oh, so they went right back to him. That's right on that put off they had earlier. You're right. Sorry about that, Galen. Thank you. Early count here, 1-1 on Robert Minshew. Pitch on its way. This one clipped the corner on the inside. Beautiful pitch by Jack Brinley. 1-1 the count here on Robert Minshew. And now 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, he's slinging these quickly, Galen. Another pitch there and caught him looking, and he's going to strike him out for the first out. Now we'll move down to the second baseman, number 4, Kevin Rosengren. Kevin tonight only been at bat once. That came in the 3rd inning. He was out on a 1-4-3. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Leander over in 25-6A now, leading in the bottom of the 4th, 4-0. This one's going to be hit over to right field. Can Thompson get there? Yes, he can. Little line drive right over to Thompson.
Rosengren lines out to Noah Thompson in right field for out number 2. Brings up third baseman Preston Cruz.
So a quick 1-2 here. And Galen, did you notice how quickly Brinley here in this inning is releasing those pitches? Right-handed pitch. This one on the way. Got him again on the inside corner. Preston Cruz, the third baseman. He struck out swinging in the 3rd, 0 for 1 tonight. He starts out here 0-1. Again, 2 outs. Georgetown leads 5-1 in the top of the 5th. Another one here. This one goes over to the right field side, just shy of that foul line near the corner. Early count 0-2, 2 outs.
Maybe it's getting chilly out there.
It actually, you know, I'm feeling some cool air coming out here. Hope David's staying warm tonight over there. David, give us a thumbs up if you're staying warm. I can't see from that far, Galen.
It's pretty warm in there.
0-2 the count here, 2 outs. Pitch on its way. This one too low. First ball, 1-2.
That room doesn't breathe very well down there, that corrugated tin building.
That room and I have something in common then, because I don't breathe very well these days, Galen. After that interview the other night, man, that's a time where I need to, you know, it's time to start working out or do something. That one hit foul off the first base side as it rolls on the line. Foul ball, 1-2, 2 outs.
They've actually remodeled inside in that. They've gone from 3 hitting areas to 6 hitting areas and changed the bullpens around.
Brinley on the release on the 1-2. This one too far inside. We've got a even count now. Deuces across the board.
Yes.
Two, 2-2. Brinley on the rubber. Taking time now, kicks up the left leg, right-handed delivery, and
Oh,
this one
good.
got him. Looking again, 1, 2, and 3 for Georgetown. Beautiful pitching by Jack Brindley. As we move to the bottom half of the 5th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Georgetown leads 5-1. We'll be right back here on the SHNSports.com broadcast network.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.
For Georgetown here in the bottom half of the 5th inning will be the center fielder, number 6, Ryan Neitz. Georgetown holding on to that 4-point advantage right now, the 4-run advantage, Galen 5-1. And Bame is still out there throwing these pitches, Galen. Right-handed pitch too far outside. He was trying to curve it back in. Wouldn't get there quick enough. 1-0 the count. Delivery here. This one hit foul and just shy of the net as this one rolls back and goes just to our right side. 1 ball, 1 strike.
What are the odds that Knight gets hit with another pitch?
Probably, now that you've said it, what are the odds we will get hit with one? This one's going to go up into the air, fly out behind the Hutto dugout. 1-2. The count is no outs here in the bottom of the 5th for Georgetown. Ryan Neitz tonight is 0 for. He was hit by a pitch on both of his at-bats.
Going for the hat trick.
Right-handed pitch on its way. This time hits it foul over off the right side. That one, boy, hit something over. Hit the top of the restroom roof. The restroom barn over there. It looks like a barn from we can see it through our right window.
I've got a story about that with lightning, but I won't tell it.
1-2. Delivery here, too far outside. We're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs, of course, here in the bottom of the 5th. Bame winds up, right-handed. This one's going to hit over center field. He got up under it, but it should drop into the hands of David Lauder if he can get there, and he does. That's a fly 8 out. Looked good at first. That will be the first out. The third baseman, number 7, Jeffrey David, now at bat for the Georgetown Eagles. He is 1 for 2 tonight. Had that hit on first, but then reached second on an E5, and then was out in the second on a 6-4-3. So he is 1 for 2 tonight, though. Jeff David, the right-handed hitter. Release on its way. Clipped the corner on the outside for a strike. 0-1, 1 out. Bame quickly back in action, winds this one up. That one too low. Aces now, Galen, across the board. Now I can say it.
Yes.
1-1 and 1.
111.
You'll never have traces across the board. This one's going to be hit in between over off left field. And that one rolls down the power alley. And give the hit there to Jeffrey David.
Now have 7 hits.
Great hitting night for Georgetown. Galen, thanks for bringing that up.
Every one of them's been a single tonight. We haven't had any, we had a couple triples and a home run last night, but everything's been a single tonight.
Pitch on its way here. That's going to be a strike to Noah Thompson, early count 0-1 on 1 out.
No, this is a 0. That's a 1.
Next pitch on its way, going to be a ball, 1-1. Might be missing 1 hit then. I'm showing 5 here, plus that one for 6. I don't know where I'm missing 1 at. This one going to be tip foul. 1-2 the count. Oh, I missed the hit on the 9-4 is what I missed it, yep.
I think somebody's going to land a plane out here in the outfield in a few minutes.
Georgetown trying to steal over to second. Did he get there in time? Nope, he's out. Trying to reach. Out on the 2-6. And that will be out number 2 for Georgetown. So now nobody on base. Noah Thompson.
And they erased the count.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Thompson.
Yeah, there's 2-2 on Thompson. They accidentally took him off the board there. And now here got him looking.
Thompson now swinging for out number 3.
Well, that turned into a 1-2-3 unexpectedly, really, if you think about it, Galen. And Georgetown.
There is no one left on base. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning, folks. Still a 6-1 ball game. And as we hit
I don't want to leave any on, and that time, unfortunately, leaving 1 on. So, well, no, he got out, but.
Mr. Bame has settled down quite a bit since starting with that double play back in the 3rd inning, I believe it was, when his coach came out and talked to him on the mound.
So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. As we will climb our way to the top half of the 6th inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball 19-5A district action will continue on the SHNSports.com broadcast network here in just a few moments. We'll be right back.
You trying to do business with them?
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Top of the 6th inning, leading off will be the shortstop, number 2, Kyler Curlin. Kyler tonight 1 for 2. First pitch on its way to him, and we've got a new pitcher out there. No, we don't. It's still Jack Brinley. And we just received word that number 4 for Georgetown, Reese Grimes, warming up in the bullpen. Second pitch on the way. Bet on that one. The count, or didn't bite on it, 2-0, the early count here on Kyler Curlin.
That was a 66th pitch, according to my account, that he's thrown. So,
right-handed pitch on its way. This one too far inside, and a quick 3-0 hole is Jack Brinley. Galen, you brought up a great stat. I always appreciate all the fine work that you do with statistics, but you mentioned that all 7 hits coming from the top 5 spots in the lineup for Georgetown. That's pretty amazing. Shows you those power hitters there and why they're up in those top spots, Galen. And now on the 4th pitch, that one is going to be a walk. A very rare walk tonight by Jack Brinley.
Batter Tyler Kelly, the first baseman.
First baseman, number 7, Tyler Kelly, now at bat. Tyler tonight is 1 for 2 as well.
Yeah, it's only the 2nd walk. And we got Foster coming out to the mound.
And I think that we're going to see Jack Brinley maybe head down, and if that's the case, it may be Reese Grimes.
All right.
We'll see if that is him. Now we do see Reese running out there, and it is Reese Grimes heading over to the mound. Now he'll step on the rubber. Reese Grimes.
Now for Jack Brinley as he leaves the mound. very nice ball game here tonight.
A great game for Jack Burnley through 6 innings here for the Georgetown Eagles. We'll talk about Reese Grimes, who just stepped onto the rubber. He'll get his warm-up pitches. Pitched in 9.2 innings, played in 6 games out of those 9.2 innings so far this season. He has allowed 13 hits, though, and 4 runs.
He pitched a little bit last night.
Saw him a little bit, yeah, and these were stats up until last night's game, by the way. ERA 2.897. He's got a 1.759 whip. So Reese getting the warm-up pitches out there. Galen will step aside and take a quick break. We'll be right back. 19-5A district action. Georgetown Eagle baseball continues in a few moments.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Welcome back into the press box here. Rob Hipp alongside my good friend and color analyst Galen Wellnicki. Galen, as we look ahead here, or don't want to look too far ahead, but we've got Elgin on the road tomorrow, so we're going to have 3 games in 3 nights.
Right, and the pitcher right now, since I haven't had to use him, the pitcher tomorrow will probably be Mr. Wood.
Yeah, we haven't seen him here yet in these first 2 games.
Yeah, Adam told me before the game that he would be the pitcher if they didn't have to use him tonight.
Well, here's district standings early on here in 19-5A. Georgetown, Rouse, Cedar Park, and Elgin all at 1-0. Connolly yet to play, but I bet they're playing tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
They have the bye on the
They do have the bye on the first week, that's right. And then Hutto, Eastview, Bastrop, and Cedar Creek all at 0-1. And as far as overall games this year, Rouse leading the pack at 12-5-1. So again, Reese Grimes on the mound, the right-handed pitcher for the Georgetown Eagles. He'll be throwing these into the direction of Tyler Kelly. Out there at first base after that walk, of course, for Hutto is Kyler Curlin. Tyler Kelly. Boy, you can get those 2 names mixed up pretty easy. Pitch on its way, the first delivery to Tyler Kelly, and that will be a ball, 1-0, the early count here.
We got the old submariner out there right now.
He doesn't go as low as Jack Engelman, though.
No.
But
you know, you don't want to scuff your knuckles, you know, on the mound.
I think I was watching a video as a Korean pitcher, maybe a Chinese pitcher, that literally does get almost all the way to the ground. I shared that on Jack Engelman's mom's Facebook page because she knows how much I like that style of pitching. Crazy the way this guy could pitch, man, and it would just pop up, and it's almost impossible to hit it.
There's been a few major league pitchers over the years that have been successful with it, and there's been a lot of people that have tried that and have not been successful because they're liable to throw it all over the ballpark.
Yep. 1-0 the count here. Pitch on its way. This one clips just inside for a strike. That one got across the plate. Beautiful pitch there by Reese Grimes. The count at 1-1. Again, we got that runner on first base after the walk, Kyler Curlin. No outs here for Hutto as they trail 5-1 in the top of the 6th inning here at Georgetown High School. Grimes kicks up, throws this one. That one right across the plate. That looked beautiful. 1-2. Well, I think tonight, you know, we've still got a little bit of baseball to play here as we are in the top of the 6th.
You're going to put the big jinx on us here? Is that what you're going to do?
I'm not. That's why I stopped back from saying it. I'm not going to say anything. Trying to pick off there on a 1-3. Runner safe back at first. As Reese Grimes looking in the direction of Cole Moore. And time is called here for a few moments by Tyler Kelly. Kelly again, 1 for 2 tonight. Struck out swinging in the first. Trying to pick again here. Georgetown just saying, hey, you know, we're going to keep you honest at first base. And we see Georgetown do that a lot. We see them, the pitchers, try to pick over on first base. And on the other end, we see the runners try to steal, which Georgetown has excelled in. We talked about that earlier. Pitch on its way. This one too far outside. The count remains No, they're going to call that a ball. That is right, 2-2. Of course it is. It's too far outside, Galen. 2-2, no outs. Here in the top of the 6th. Pitch on its way. This one's going to be hit over to right field. Trying to chase it down is Noah Thompson. That's going to be a base hit. So give him the single. He'll advance a runner over to second as Curlin.
Galen with the single into right field. He put runners at first and second with nobody down.
So the runners at first and second, Tyler Kelly and Kyler Curlin, respectively first and second. And Galen, that is only the 3rd hit of this game for Hutto.
Yes, it is.
Gage Bame, the pitcher, now batting for Hutto, 3rd in the lineup, wearing number 17. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out swinging in the 1st, and then struck out on the putout in the 3rd on a 2-3.
Getting a little bit of noise out of the Hutto dugout down there. They're getting a little bit animated down there.
Reese Grimes looking back over to second base, trying to keep that runner honest out there. Again, at second base, it's Kyler Curlin, who advanced after that hit by Tyler Kelly. Pitch on its way. This one almost too close inside. That was close. It's going to be a ball, though, 1-0 on Gage Bame.
The bad news is if he gets on base, he's the top. Then that would bring the potential tying run to the plate.
Yeah, so you got that runner in scoring position, and you're right. That'll advance the other runner to second. Georgetown doesn't want to see anything like that happen. This one's going to ground over to the 3rd baseman, Jeffrey David, and he is trying to get there in time. Did he get there? He did. He dove right at the last moment.
Nice play by Jeffrey David for out number 1.
David thought about flipping it up, and City took it on his own, and he tagged him at 3rd base. So Curlin will be out for the 1st out. Runner will advance, though, over to second, and Bame will be at 1st. So back-to-back hits here. And that was on the
fielder's choice.
On the fielder's choice for Bame to get on to 1st, so that won't count as a hit.
Count as an at-bat, though.
First pitch on the way to RJ, Ricky Graham. That one's going to be a strike. Ricky tonight is 0 for 1. Runners on 1st and 2nd. That was a heads-up play by Jeffrey David. I thought at first he was going to flip it back to his teammate, and instead he decided to take it in, and boy, got there in the nick of time. Pitch on its way. This one too far outside. Even count now at 1-1. Aces across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Georgetown leads 5-1 here in the top of the 6th inning.
He thought he could beat the guy, and he made the play. And you know, there's always a chance when you flip the ball backwards that you're not going to flip it just exactly where you want it.
This pitch on its way, going to head over to the shortstop, and he'll have the
he
error.
dropped it.
Wow, that's an E5 by Jeffrey David, who has played just lights out so far. But Kelly will advance to 3rd on an E5.
That brings up catcher Luke Bannister.
And Graham will get on 1st base.
On the air. Air on the field is air was actually here, and the field. This would have been a fielder's choice again.
So another no-hit there, but it counts as an at-bat.
Yep.
Luke Bannister, the catcher. Galen, go ahead.
And Luke here is the potential tying run right now.
Yeah, bases are loaded right now for Hutto at 1, 2, and 3. Third base, Tyler Kelly. Second base, Gage Bame. And then at first base is Ricky Graham. And you've got Luke Bannister on the plate. This one on its way. Curves too far out. 2-0 the count. Pitch on its way. This one going to be hit foul over into the Georgetown dugout near David. And we'll check with David England and see if anybody is warming up in that dugout. If you've got any information on that, David, be sure to text it to us up here.
Number 6.
Ryan Neitch, or did he say 16? It's going to be Caleb Monosmith, 16. That one tipped foul, 2-2. So Luke here in a 2-2 hole, but bases are loaded, and that is the tying run at home plate right there, Galen.
Theoretically, you need a strikeout right here.
Need one.
Because nobody advances on that.
And there is just one out. Hey, you don't want to allow any hit here is going to be guaranteed run, maybe 2, depending on where it goes.
Probably 2.
Now Childress talking things over with Brindley. Now back to the catcher's box on a 2-2-1. Grimes slings this one, swing and a miss, got him.
That was a big one.
Huge play.
Swinging for out number 2 brings up center fielder David Lauder.
Center fielder number 1, David Lauder. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Hit by a pitch and reached on first by that hit by pitch in the second, then was left stranded.
The good thing here is that you've eliminated being able to score on an out, because if there's another out, the inning's over. So
this pitch on its way and right across for a strike. 0-1 the early count here on David Lauder. Right-handed delivery too far outside, 1-1. As Childress trying to toss it over to Cole Moore and picking out there, the runner safe. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Georgetown leading. Boy, if they can close this one up on 5-1, that would be amazing after these bases have been loaded, Galen. Reese Grimes lets this one fly. Up too high, 2-1. We saw Georgetown do that a lot last year, where bases were loaded and the pitchers would combine with Trent Baker and company, able to work their way out of it in many games.
You've got to, in this position right here, you need to get a strike on this pitch right here, so you're...
There it is, Galen. You got your strike, 2-2. Now deuces across the board, 2-2-2.
Now that takes a little bit of pressure off the pitcher, because this one doesn't have to be a perfect pitch.
Pitch on its way. This one is going to ground. Oh, it stays fair, but tagging the base, and that'll be the 3rd out.
No, they called it
foul. Did it go foul?
The umpire, home plate umpire, called it foul.
It was on the right side of the line, at least it looked like from here. Well, in any case, it is foul. The count still stays at 2-2. That's why I saw that, Galen. I mean, the ball looked like it was right there.
The third baseman fielded it and foul.
Oh, he did? Okay. Yeah. I thought he was on the other side. I saw it late then. We'll have replay one of these days. We'll get Cole to set that up for us. Oh, we do have replay kind of. This one's going to be a wild pitch. Can Georgetown get there in time? And he does. He tags him out for the 3rd out. So the wild pitch actually works in the favor of Georgetown. It won't be a wild pitch because he was able to tag him out there. That'll be the assisted tag out on a... You call that, Galen?
It's a K2U.
2 unassisted.
Yeah.
Go to the bottom half of the 6th inning in a 5-1 ball game.
I thought he was going to just flip it to the pitcher.
Yeah, I thought so too at first. Well, we'll add up the totals here in this one. Georgetown saving there. No runs, Galen, and only 1 hit. Because those other 2 were on fielder's choices. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. As we move to the bottom half of the 6th inning, we'll take a quick break. Georgetown Eagle baseball continues. The Eagles have the lead 5-1. We'll be right back after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
pitcher for the Hutto Hippos. I believe that's number 12, Jason Vogelpol.
Bame went to first base.
And Bame moved over to first base, so Vogelpol will now be pitching. Again, number 12, Jason Vogelpol. And Tyler Kelly is replaced at first base by number 17, Gage Bame.
Number 12, Jason Vogelpol. Coming to the plate now, number 10, Jared Ross.
He's pinch hitting again.
Moved over to first base.
Jason Ross is hitting.
So Ross pinch hitting for Hunter Savarese. He's in a
It's just like last
2-0
night.
count.
He did that the same thing last night.
What number is he wearing down there? I can't
10.
see that. Number 10. That is right, Jared Ross. This one is going to be hit over to center field, and it should be fielded by David Lauder, and it is on the fly 8 for the first out.
Ball to David Law in center field for out number 1. Brings up shortstop Cole Posey.
Cole Posey now at bat for the Georgetown Eagles, the shortstop, number 5. He is 0 for 1, struck out looking in the second, then was reached on a hit by pitch in the third. Pitch on its way to Cole. This one clips the corner for a strike, 0-1. Well, again tonight, Georgetown wearing the yellow jerseys in honor of Madeline Scholes. This one is laced up over to right field, but should come down to make the play. And no, they can't get there. Pole is going to have that one sit. Copo actually placed that one beautifully at right field. Just wasn't able to get there in time as Rosengren and Graham fighting for it. And I don't think they gave that as an error, Galen. That is a hard one to get under. A hit there by Copo as he put that ball right where it needed to go, and you saw the second baseman and the right fielder trying to make a play on it, and Rosengren and Graham just couldn't get there in time. Move to the bottom of the lineup now. It's actually number 22 pinch hitting. That'll be Wesley Dixon. He'll be pinch hitting for Luke Seebeck. Vogelpol throws that one, and it's going to be a strike as it comes across. And wanted to mention the first time we've seen a left-handed pitcher this season early on, Galen, if I'm not mistaken. 0-1 the early count here on Wesley Dixon. Kicks up, left-handed pitch on its way. This one tries to curve in too low. Now we've got aces across the board. Runner on first for Georgetown is Cole Posey, who had that hit moments ago out to right field. Leading off. Trying to split some distance, and if he can take off, Cole can run. This one's going to be hit foul over off the first base side. The count now at 1-2. This one hit over right field, and that one should drop, and it does. Beautiful hit. That's going to be a double for, well, a single. Beg your pardon, but Cole Posey going to advance 2. So Dixon with another beautiful hit, and Cole Posey will advance over to third, and now we've got runners in the corner, and we will see a pinch runner come in for Dixon, and that is Luke Seebeck. Well,
Seebeck's just re-entering.
Yeah, he's just re-entering.
The batter for your Eagles, catcher Wyatt Childress.
Move back to the top of the lineup now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It is the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. Wyatt tonight is 1 for 3. Pitch on its way. This one way too far outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
It'd be nice to get that run in from third base here and get another insurance run.
Now with the runners on the corners, you've got the runner in scoring position, Copo, out there at third. Left-handed delivery. This one's going to ground over his head, and Copo may be able to come in, and he does. An RBI single there for Wyatt Childress, and Georgetown back-to-back-to-back hits now. And Copo will come in and score one mo for the Georgetown Eagles. 6-1, Georgetown leads. And that will advance Luke Seebeck over to second. And now we'll see the designated hitter, number 12, Jackson Seosin, at bat for the Georgetown Eagles. Jackson tonight is also 2 for 3. 2 for 3. Yeah, he did have that hit. On its way, swing and a miss. Georgetown going to try to steal a base at third, and he is out. Runner did advance over to second, though.
Seebeck retired at third on the 2-5 putout for out number 2.
So a 2-5 putout there on Luke Seebeck for the second out, and Childress will advance over to second. Jackson Seosin, 0-1 the count. It's the first stolen base. Doesn't count, though, I guess.
No. We haven't had a successful steal tonight.
Nope, not tonight. Pitch on its way, 1-1 the count. That one a ball. Vogelpool on the rubber. That left-handed delivery on the way. That one too close. Wow. Well, I'm not the umpire. 1-2.
He likes those inside strikes.
Clip the corner. That's what the umpire saw. Look close to me up here, but of course I'm at a. Who am I to say I'm up high, Galen? 1-2, 2 outs. Pitch on its way. This one going to be a wild pitch, and Childress will move over to third base. Two and two, deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here for Jackson Seosin. Georgetown picking up 1 run so far here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading 6-1 here at Georgetown High School, trying to go 2-0 and sweep the series versus Hutto. Swing and a miss here, and he got him, and that is the third out. The out number 3 will run up the totals. There was 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. So again, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. Georgetown leads 6-1 as we move back to the top half of the 7th inning. Don't go anywhere. 19-5A Georgetown Eagles District Baseball will continue in just a few moments.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Welcome back to Georgetown High School. Rob Hipp alongside Galen Wellnicki over at Eastview tonight. Rouse appears that they have won that ball game 7-0. Here a stat Galen showing. Galen, I'll let you go over that, pulling up some good stats there.
Georgetown has 10 hits, all singles, and 15 of the 29 batters Georgetown has sent to the plate have reached base on some form.
So 15 of the 15 of 29 batters reaching base. Wow.
That's with errors, walks, hit batsmen.
We have a new pitcher out there for Georgetown as well, warming up his Caleb Monesmith. Did he pitch last time?
No.
So he is out there pitching now. So.
Mr. Grimes, our submariner, pitched the last inning.
I'm not sure if we had other movement out there for Georgetown. Caleb Monesmith now pitching. This one on its way too high in the direction of Robert Minshew. The early count here, 1-0.
Ooh, another hit batsman.
Yeah, hit him in the ankles there. Mona Smith got him, and that will move Minshew over to first base on a hit by pitch.
He'll probably feel that one for a while. That's kind of a tender place down there. You don't have a lot of protection.
Especially, you know, if it hits the ball of your ankle, man. I've hit that several times. Just worse is whenever you're walking and, well, you know, it's kind of hard to do, but somehow one time I hit that ball of my ankle on a trailer hitch. Normally it's your shin, and somehow I whacked it on that. Now at bat for Hutto, the second baseman, number 4, Kevin Rosengren. He is 0 for 2 tonight. This is his third at bat. Pitch on its way. This one too high. The count here 1-0.
It doesn't look like there's a good command out there right now. We're already getting Brindley's out to the mound for a conference after 3 pitches.
Yeah, that was quick. Well, Cole doing a great job tonight. We had a camera up here, you know, in the booth with us, and Cole had the idea to really zoom that one in on the pitcher and the batter, and I think that has just made a great angle because as of right now, we don't have the capability to get behind home plate. We are working on maybe getting a stand put up back there here at home so we can actually have that view, but I'll be honest, the view that we've got right now is great with the pitcher and the batter there zoomed in.
You got to off center it a little bit though if you have it behind home plate, or you're going to get the only thing you're going to get really is the umpire's butt. To be perfectly honest. Here.
Mona Smith, the pitch on its way, and that one too far outside. Be another ball, 2-0. Just got word that number 12, Jackson Seosin, is also warming up for Georgetown in the bullpen. So we'll see if he comes out here in a little bit. Mona Smith has only thrown 4 pitches, I believe.
And none of them have been close to the...
And one of them was a hit by pitch.
That may have been the closest one to the plate.
Well, this one on the way, and
yeah,
Galen,
good.
you spoke right in time. That's going to be a strike across the plate, 2-1.
You know, if we can put a reverse jinx in there, that's not bad.
We'll take it. So again, Rouse improves to 2-0 in this early season. Eastview falls to 0-2 in 19-5A. Rouse is definitely going to make a run for district champions again this season. That pitch too far outside, and the count now at 3-1, no outs.
That's interesting on that because that's 7-0 on 2 straight nights.
Kick up, the pitch on its way. This one's going to hit foul. Broke a couple of windows back there. Full count now at 3-2.
Well, at least we don't have one where they have the one where they hit it and it sounds like a cow or something. I think we'll run into that tomorrow night in Elgin.
Well, here in the top of the 7th, again, full count, no outs. Base runner on first. This pitch on its way hit foul over the right side. And that runner on first is Robert Minshew, who's hit by a pitch earlier in this inning, the last at bat. So the count remains full at 3-2. Georgetown leads 6-1 here in the top of the 7th. So if they can just get 3 outs here, we'll call it a game, but they've got to make sure that they can close this out.
Yeah.
You know, in the past, we've had Jack Engelman as the closer for Georgetown, and of course, he's already graduated and moved on. Right-handed pitch on its way. This one going to hit foul. Thank goodness for the net, or Cole next to me would have lost an ear or part of his forehead. That ball is headed straight for the window, but again, thank you for the net. That's why it's there. Wonder what they did. You know that they had to figure that. Someone had to figure out that you have to put a net there years and years and years ago.
Probably had something to do with the insurance companies.
Otherwise, it was adrenaline rush baseball back then. 3-2 time called here as Rosengren is going to step out of the box for a few moments. And I keep saying Rosengren. It's not Rosengren out there. It's actually, is it Rosengren?
So if it's number 4.
Is it number 4? I thought it said 0. I couldn't see that. It's number 6. It's not Rosengren out there. Pitch on its way, and this one's going to go over off the right side, off the dugout. Yeah, it's number 6 out there, Galen. I couldn't see that. It was hard to see the number there. So I beg your pardon for that. I don't know if we saw him last night.
They
or
didn't
not.
play a number 6 last night.
Yeah, that's who it is out there. Cole can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is 6. Good thing we got that other camera angle. We can see that. Georgetown here going to try to tag him out. Did he get there in time? He did for the first out. Nice action there on a
little
2-6 put out. Started out a little rough, but he's kind of worked his way back into this one, Galen. Pitch on its way, too far outside. The count at 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, player of the game tonight, I would give it to Jack Brindley. We're still not over here yet, but we've got to talk about his pitching, and I don't know if we can have stats for him on what he did on the mound tonight. Pitch on its way. This one's going to ground up, and it should be an easy 6-3, and it is, and that's the ball game. Georgetown, 6-3 grounder. Georgetown able to hold on here. Sweep Hutto in the season series. The final score tonight, 6-1. We'll break down the stats and more. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle baseball postgame continues in a few moments.
At Elgin, 7 o'clock start. Our first matchup with Elgin. Then we'll see the Wildcats back there at home next Tuesday night. So once again, folks, we appreciate you from Hutto traveling over here for the ball game. Of course, always our Eagle fans and the young men and coaches in front of you on the field. Folks, we thank each of them for their efforts throughout the night. Folks, we ask you to drive careful as you leave.
A great game tonight for Georgetown. Our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle player of the game will be Jack Brindley. We're totaling up those stats, and we'll talk to Coach Foster on the field tonight about how many times Georgetown got on base. I think it was a great night for hitting for the Georgetown Eagles, so we'll talk about that as well as we are breaking down some of those final stats here. We appreciate the fine work and dedication by Galen Wellnicki. I'll go ahead and make my way down onto the field now as we will interview the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle player of the game, Jack Brindley. We'll be back in just a few moments. Galen, if you've got a few words, feel free to share them.
It was a good performance tonight, but probably a cleaner performance for Georgetown tonight. There wasn't the power, there wasn't the extra base hits, but everything was very efficient as far as scoring the runs. You know, the old thing is you only have to be ahead by 1 after 7. You know, it's 10 after 5, but only 1 after 7. If you're 1 after 7 every game, you're in darn good shape. And players are out there. You got a 2-0 sweep to start the district season, and that's good. Schedule's kind of stacked in a little bit in favor of Georgetown. You've got the first 3 or 4 series are not against Cedar Park or Rouse or Conley, which are supposed to be 3 of the better teams in the district. So we're going to be going to Elgin tomorrow night, down there in their little field out on the edge of the campus in kind of a rural. Last time I was down there a couple of years ago, it was a real rural setting down there. So it's a nice little ballpark. It'll be. If we're outside, it'll be nice and chilly down there tomorrow night. And I don't think we're getting into we may have the 80s and 90s during the days this weekend, but we're not getting into the 80s and 90s at night, that's for sure. I think Rob's just getting about ready to talk to Brindley. He's wondering, trying to get the camera set up here right now.
Rob Hipp down on the field. Just want to make sure the guys up in the booth got me. Give me a thumbs up if you got me down there, guys. Cole, we're good down here. So Rob Hipp down on the field with our SHN Sports.
For coming out and closing out this game. It was a clutch moment for him to come in.
Jack, what are you, a junior this season?
Yes, sir, I am.
So I wanted to mention that we've had a lot of guys, of course, Jack Engelman, Trent Baker, those guys graduated and moved on, but seeing you guys come onto the field now, it's almost like y'all been playing together for a long time. Can you talk about the sportsmanship and what it's like playing with these guys out here on varsity?
So with these guys out on varsity, I mean, we all treat each other like brothers. It's a real deep tie that we have together, and I know learning from the other groups that have came through that it's a brotherhood, and we all stick together.
Awesome. Well, Jack, we appreciate you tonight. Again, a great game as you guys improved to 2-0 now, and I got to mention something. Coach Burnley's son, we just got to say it. What's that like out here playing and then your dad being a coach? I know there's no special love because I saw him out there talking to you in a few moments when you had a conference. What's that like with your dad out here coaching?
Well, he's a great man. He knows a lot about the game, and it's a wonderful opportunity to have him there to help me in anything that I need.
Awesome. Well, final favorite part of the interview, camera right there on you. Who do you want to send some love to tonight, man? A shout out.
Well, I mean, definitely for me, it was Reese Grimes coming in and closing that game for me. That's all the love I got.
All right, well, short and to the point. Our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle baseball player of the game, Jack Burnley. Jack, great game. Congratulations on the victories. You guys improved to 2-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll briefly for just a moment, and then we'll talk with head coach Adam Foster. Back up to you guys in the booth. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Well, we know so far that Georgetown and Rouse will be tied after at 2-0 going into tomorrow's action, and Cedar Park and Elgin. Our
home turf. It's good to be back in the press box because you just said a little bit warmer tonight. Coach, what's it like here? In March we've still got a few cold days. How does that affect your ball playing here early in the season?
Oh no, it doesn't affect us too much. We're out here all the time in it, so we're pretty used to it.
Well, Coach, talking tonight, great job all around by the defense and the offense of Georgetown here. 10 hits, they were all singles, so a lot of hitting going on tonight. You guys were really knocking a great job versus Hutto. Wanted to mention this too, 15 of the 29 batters reaching first base, and you got to talk about that as well. What is that like getting these young men on base, especially that kind of a number? It was a great night for your ball players tonight.
So what we really focus on are quality at bats, and we try to get them to understand you can't score unless you get to first, and you can't steal first. So whatever we got to do to get to first base is how we win baseball games, and that proved its point tonight.
Well, tonight you guys, of course, short season series, if you will, 2-0 now as you move in to the third game in 19-5A. Just a very classy team, though. You got to give your hats off to them. The program they have, a nice field there that we saw last night. But now we're playing 3 games in 3 nights, Coach. We head down to the old sausage country down there in Elgin, Texas. And, we may go early and try to hop on that hot sausage train, man. We'll see what happens. But we're talking about Elgin now. Elgin, who started out as well, they won their first game. I'm not sure what happened tonight. Can you talk about the mindset going in now, the third game of district season, and what to prepare for versus Elgin? Don't give away any secrets, of course.
Right. So it's really just kind of like the playoffs. It's a 3-game series. We won 2 of the 3. We got to win the third to be champions of the week. So we're going to bring our best tomorrow and go get after Elgin at their place.
Awesome, Coach. Well, we appreciate you as always. Thanks for all the great things that you guys are doing here at Georgetown High School. And we're excited about tomorrow night. So we'll be back on the call from Elgin, Texas, and looking forward to it, Coach.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Once again, Coach Adam Foster, the head coach of the Georgetown Eagles. We appreciate his time as well. We'll take a quick break. As we send it back into the booth, I'll make my way back up. We'll talk things over with Galen Wellnicki. We'll be right back here in just a few moments.
Yeah, I'll try to hijack the car tomorrow if we don't stop for sausage before early in the day. Either that, or if he isn't going to leave early, I may drive down on my own. And there's 2 really good places to eat and barbecue in Elgin. And that barbecue's been big down there since the 1800s, since the late 1800s. It's one of the things. The The old name of the Elgin used to be Hogeye, was the original, one of the original names of that community down there. Just like Bastrop used to be Mena many years ago. So that area is an old part of Texas down in there.
Was your favorite always Southside or Myers?
Oh gosh, it's a toss-up. I'm not going to throw myself on the ground and kick and scream if we don't go to either one of them. You know, I was always a Myers person, but I've switched pretty much now to Southside Market. We eat there a lot during basketball trips when I'm working with the Lady Eagles. And I guess that ends our sausage talk discussion here, and I guess we're back to baseball.
Well, Galen, again, I got to work on this running up and down, man. I think I was telling you earlier that I think I'm going to lose hopefully 20 pounds this baseball season.
If it would be twice, at my age, it would be twice as long, though, if I was having to do it.
Well, it's ridiculous. You know, here at Georgetown, it's really good because we actually have to run a lot more. We have to cut through the batting warehouse there, as I call it. You know, the big indoor batting warehouse where a lot of players take naps before the game, you know, to get ready. But we've got to go through there, and then I got to run out onto the field and make it all happen pretty quick. So, well, hey, enjoyed talking with Coach Foster. A great victory for Georgetown tonight. As I was heading back in, I overheard the coaching staff. They always look for ways for the team to improve, and that's just a sign of a great coaching staff. And I overheard the coaching staff telling the kids that they've got to work on their base running, and I couldn't agree more.
Right, because, you know, you don't see Georgetown teams getting thrown out three or four times or whatever it was tonight on the bases and not getting a stolen base. Of course, that's one of the things, you know, that people concentrate on now because they know Georgetown's going to try to force the issue by running.
Yep.
And they look for that. And that can actually, too, work in your favor because they get so paranoid about people when they get on base that they can lose their concentration on the batter.
Well, talking about Georgetown and just the final stats here, Galen, as we look at a few things here. Georgetown, of course, scoring 6 runs tonight, those coming on those 10 hits. They only committed 1 error. So you talk about the mental state of Georgetown right now as far as their gameplay. They're playing great baseball here in the first 2 games of the season. And they'll be tested a little bit because Elgin, I think, not putting down Hutto, a great, reputable team, coached by great coaching staff, a lot of great kids on that team. But Elgin is going to be a little bit more of a battle for Georgetown. Yeah. And Georgetown's they're going to have to be able to run those bases and play great baseball.
And under this setup where you have where you play 2 teams back to back instead of playing all 7 one half and the other or 8 and one half and then the other half playing them again in the second half. You got to get 2 or 3 series under your belts to see how you compare with the district.
Yeah, and it's still early. You know, you're playing the first 2 games versus Hutto, and now you move on to a different team. So you're going to see some different looks out, different styles of gameplay, and things like that as well. Well, Georgetown tonight, though, taking care of business again, defeating Hutto here 6-1. As we quickly just total up the final numbers here for Hutto as well, and again. Georgetown, they've really got to run those bases coming up versus Elgin, and we're going to go back to back to back, you know, 3 nights in a row. And I like what Coach Adam Foster said, that he said, you know, it's a championship. It's like the playoffs, and we're trying to go 3-0 here in the first week, and I think that's a good start for Georgetown.
You know,
but you can't jump ahead of yourself, Galen.
You get 2 wins here, and you know, you'd think theoretically in all these team sports in a 9-team district. You need a 9-7 record in a 16-game season to probably have a good chance of making the playoffs. 8-8 might do it if it was a close race, but you need a 9-7 or a 10-6 to guarantee that you're going to get to play after the 16 games.
And you know, Georgetown all season long, they're going to be chasing Rouse because Rouse is really trying to be those defending champions again here in 19-5A. Well, final numbers here tonight for Hutto. They scored 1 run on 3 hits, only 1 error. So as far as the middle state of Hutto as well, they played pretty rounded ball tonight. Just Georgetown had the upper hand, was able to take care of business. They left 4 on base. So if you look at it statistically, you know, nothing really stands out tonight besides the score. Would you agree with that, Galen?
Yeah, and I think, you know, the Hutto is in a position, they're 0-2 right now, but they're in a position where they can still come back, and I think they could really make a move for that number 4 position in the district standings. I think, Cedar Park's people, including Adam tonight, said that they may have a little bit of a hitting problem. But Cedar, you got to look at Georgetown, Rouse, and Cedar Park as probably the 3 teams to beat in the district.
Well, I think that's valid to say, and it's going to be tough. Georgetown has got to get through Elgin, and then we move on. And Bastrop, we're going to see some Saturday games here this season as well. And we've already talked to some of the players. They said we're excited about those Saturday games, and we're excited about playing 3 games a week because, as one of the players said, it's a more chance for us to get out there and knock some balls around. So
right.
I think it's going to be a fun season here in Georgetown. Of course, taking care of business here tonight. Galen, any final words?
Yeah, Bastrop is another one of those situations where the schedule was switched from what it was originally printed. The game now down there is at 7 o'clock on Friday night. And then the game here moves to 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, rather than vice versa as it was originally announced.
Well, we'll have to make sure that we update the schedule, let everybody out there on our SHN page know as well.
And that's kind of an interesting ballpark down in Bastrop. It's down on the river. It's out of town and it's down on the river. It's not on the campus.
Wow. Well, it'll be fun, so we're looking forward to it. Again, Georgetown victorious tonight. Galen, as always, appreciate you and the fine work that you do. Excited to have Galen Wellnicki as my broadcast partner here this season. You told me not to say it, but you are a legend here in Georgetown for all the great work that you've done. You've just been so connected to this community for a long time, and even though you're up in Temple, we always appreciate the great work that you do, partner. So glad to have Galen down here as well. On behalf of the SHN Sports family across our entire networks tonight, Travis Banks, also Michael for Rouse. I'd also like to give a shout-out to Chuck Cracy over at Leander and Rich Henley producing. And then right here at Georgetown, Cole Smith, our technical director, and camera holder right now is he's holding up the camera, so we better sign off because the arm's getting tired. Nathan Height, I made a mistake. I said we're up here warming the press box. Well, man, Nathan and David were outside all night tonight, so, they may still be getting a little bit chilly. But also a big shout-out as well to David England and Nathan Height. You guys do such great work. We appreciate all of our SHN family.
Nathan's got that heavy coat with that orange cow. I mean, that longhorn.
That's right. Well, we'll catch up with everybody again tomorrow night live from Elgin, Texas, 7 p.m. first pitch. So make sure you join us. We'll be on the air hopefully around 6:50. They're in Elgin, internet kind of dependent on the connections there. So we may have to broadcast at a little bit lower quality like we did here tonight. But again, on behalf of everyone through SHN Sports, I'm Rob Hipp for Galen Wellnicki. Our final tonight from Georgetown. Georgetown Eagles improved to 2-0 in 19-5A. Elgin falls to 0-2. The final tonight, Georgetown 6, Hutto 1. We will be back on the air tomorrow. We'll catch up with you then. Remember, friends, as I always like to say, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other, so provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. Until then, God bless everyone. Have a great, wonderful night. We'll catch up with you next time here on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Good night, everyone.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.